So my microphone is good. Yeah, I'll open up. We'll get started. Early in the morning. That is not the thumbnail. Are you serious right now? I have the wrong thumbnail on my live stream. And I know I didn't. Yeah, I know I didn't use that thumbnail. I'm not sure why they would do that today. Let's change it. Save. And let's do that. It's still the same one. Yo, that's crazy. Let me see if it's like that on my phone. We're going to get started in about 7 minutes. Okay, so it looks like it's good on my phone. It's just not good on my... Wow, it's not good on computer. So I have the same thumbnail as yesterday. Step your game up, YouTube. Okay, so it's good there. Let's just try it again. It's still tripping, man. All right, let me do some house cleaning here, because let's edit that, and let's just remove. I don't know. I guess it's just gonna be like that. I guess most people watch on mobile anyway, maybe. But you should see a yellow thumbnail, man. If you don't see a yellow thumbnail, it's frustrating, because I put a lot of time into the thumbnail last night for it to try to go with the same damn thumbnail as yesterday. I'm gonna close the browser and I'll open back up. But it's damn man with unknown artists, the cyber threat division. And I'm about to do another live. We about to look at that. It's still tripping. That's embarrassing. Because it makes me look like I'm not handling my business. Let me try Chrome. Maybe it's I'm definitely handling business over here. Let's try. Let me see what comes up. Yep, I'm glad I don't have a big name yet, because when you Google unknown artists, I don't come up at all, which is fine. Okay, so it works good on Edge. YouTube though. It's Google Cyber Threat Division. Okay, when you Google Cyber Threat Division, that come up, so screw it. And then now my thumbnail works. I don't know what. Oh, it just doesn't work when you go to my channel. I'm not sure why. I'm fine with that. Most people don't go to my channel anyway. They kind of like click on something that they see. All right, we're gonna get started. I have Windows Server open, but that's not what we're working on. We are working on. Did I close my Cali? Cali should be closed. I'm gonna go ahead and be proactive here and restart my Cali because for the past 2 days, it'll just freeze up while I'm doing a live stream. I guess it just gets tired or something. So I'm just gonna restart that. So I'm gonna talk about how you get into cybersecurity. Just as a one, just a one with my vocals. Why is this not working for me? Okay. And I'm gonna put up some notes. I'm gonna try to keep it quick because a lot of people, when they talk about getting into cybersecurity, a lot of times it's not a complete description of what you need to do, or it's like, you know, they're just trying to like keep it moving. So I got time today though, so we gonna get into it. We're gonna talk about it. Where are my notes though? It is morning. It's one of those nights last night where it was like, once I finally went to sleep, it just felt like I was like just totally gone. Like totally out of my body. I was knocked out last night. When I talk about, if I wanted you to do something, if I want to give you advice, I want to make sure the advice is as potent as possible. So if I give you some half-ass advice or advice that just don't hit the mark, I'm going to be thinking about that all day long. And I'm not going to be able to sleep or do anything that's comforting until I give you like good advice. So here we go. So how would you get into cybersecurity, or at least how would I get into it if I was like starting over? I would do it the same way. So I'm gonna give you a list of subjects to go over, and I'm gonna tell you how you know that you're ready once you before moving on. The first thing that I will learn is math. You don't have to be like a math wizard or a math genius, but you do need to learn about XORs. You need to learn about, I forgot what they call them, XORs, things like, let's Google it. There's a word that I'm looking for. XOR, discrete mathematics, I think it's called. Yes, discrete mathematics. So that's logic, that's information theory, graph theory, number theory. Learn that first. And a lot of you out there are gonna be like, what? Why would you go there? You don't have to be an expert at discrete mathematics, but you need to get to a point where you're able to talk about it. Discrete mathematics first, off top. Once you learn discrete mathematics, switch over to your operating systems. So Windows, just get acquainted with Windows, get deep into Windows, and then get deep into Linux and Unix. So don't just stick with Linux. Linux is a kernel, meaning that Linux is not an operating system. What does that mean? It means that there are different flavors of Linux, and then there are different flavors of Unix. There are not different flavors of Windows. Okay, what you call it? Windows is an operating system. Linux, Unix, kernels. You need to learn about the commands. You need to just stay in that world. And I can't tell you how long that would take because, again, it's on the individual. Once you learn that, the very next thing that you should learn is programming. So I would start with C++. and then I would dabble into C#, and then I would dabble into Python. All those three together. And then once I learned that, I would immediately go into networking, subnetting, things like that, the ports and all of that stuff you need to learn. Just be a network guru. Once I'm finished with networking, I would go back into Windows again to get even deeper in Windows. Does that make sense? Because you got some programming skills, you should be able to script a little bit, go back into Windows, and then go back into Linux. I know that doesn't make sense because you already said that you've been over it first, but you're going into it now again with more programming language knowledge and more networking knowledge. Once you stay there for a little bit, become more of an expert there, I would immediately, once you reach the milestone of, and I'm going to give you milestones to reach. Once you get comfortable there, go back into networking once again. I know it doesn't make sense, but trust me, it's one of those things where you get to level 1 and you're comfortable, and then you get to level 2 with these things. After that, after networking, and this time you need to just get all the way into networking. Just bathe in it, just be about it this time. Now that you've done your second iteration of networking, go into protocols. And some people are gonna be like, well, protocols are the same as network. No, they're not. Like, you're actually digging deep into the protocol, like looking at packets, understanding how it works, SSH, HTTP. Like, you're looking at packets, you're looking at Wireshark, you're looking at the data at a very, very low level. Once you've done that, the very next thing that I would get into is some kind of hacking, some kind of ethical hacking at that point. It'd be, I don't know, it could be just Eternal Blue, something small, but you're getting into like, all right, this is how hacking works, whatever. And this is like low end stuff where it's like you're barely scratching the surface. Once you do that, I would go into some kind of defense and say, okay, this is what logs look like. This is what sysmon looks like. This is what a Windows event log looks like. And then you'd go there. After you get there, I would do a little bit of forensics, a little bit of a deeper level defensive stuff. And after I'm there, go back into the attack mode. But this time you're attacking with a lot more ferocity and viciousness. And then you got to stay there for a little bit. And then once you're there, I would go into the administration part, setting up servers, setting up web servers and things like that, and just be at home there for a while. And all that stuff you learn about hacking should, interface there. And then once you get there, I would take a step back, review, consider everything that I've learned, and start writing about it, start speaking about it, start putting out articles about it, and being more like taking a step back, because what you're doing in this phase is you're determining what your passion is. At this point, you've done everything that you could think to do. Now you're looking at, okay, well, I was a programmer once. I was really into operating systems once. I was really into mathematics once. I was really into protocols, deep protocol analysis once. I was all over the place. Where's my passion at? And when you start writing about a certain thing, when you can go a little bit deep on it, that's going to be it. And then from there, you can pick which one you want to go into. I know I missed a lot of stuff like cryptography and things like that. But I think if you dive deep enough into one of those areas that you're in, you should see cryptography at some point, and you should dive into it. Now, personally, I don't think you should invest a lot of time in cryptography and some of the other things that I didn't mention. But, this is a live stream, and those things that I mentioned encompass certain things. So that's that. So I just gave you a basic rundown. If you follow that rundown, you will be fine. But there are levels that you need to reach before you move on. So you got 5 different levels. I got this from the 21 irrefutable laws of leadership, but it applies here as well. The first level, you don't know what you don't know. The second level, I know that I need to know. The third level is I know what I don't know. Once you know what you don't know, which I just gave you that, you're at level 3 now, you should be. Go out and get it. You reach level 4, I know and I grow, and it starts to show. That's when you can pull up in the room and start talking about it. I don't care about no exam. I don't care about a test. I don't care about, getting high up on HackTheBox. The fourth one that I just said, I know and grow, and it starts to show. People recognize that I know the knowledge. That's when you move on. And when you reach the second levels of what I was saying, remember I told you to go over Windows again, go over Linux again, go over hacking again and things like that. When you reach the second level, you don't move on till you reach the level of I simply go because of what I know. What does that mean? You get up and just do it. A lot of times, like when I know that I'm at level 5, I simply go because of what I know, because I get up, get a drink, come in here, and I just start talking, and it just flows out. You feel me? That's how you know you're at level 5. And that second time around, again, I know I'm beating the dead horse, but that second time around on some of those subjects, when you can just show up without preparation and start speaking on the topic, that's when you know you're at level 5. And that's when you're ready to finally either get a job in cybersecurity, take a higher paying job in cybersecurity, or just start your own YouTube channel, or do whatever you need to do to provide value to the world. That's what it's really about, by the way. That was long and drawn out, but if you have to go back through this and turn it on two times the speed, that's fine. But if somebody wants my how you do it, for me, that's how I would do it. So that's going to cover everything. So, yep, I'm probably going to do a better video. Probably going to do a better video. I'm from Jackson, Mississippi, man, so I'm a little bit country, man. So, don't judge me. But I'm about to start. Let's see if I got any comments, because I know I was just like going on for a long time. No comments just yet, so we are good to go. So yeah, we're working on our tool, rpcexec.py. We're in the wrong working directory, and I'm pretty sure I'm not mounted. What's going on? Sudo. So this one won't be, unless I get carried away, this one won't be too long. I want to make the tool a little bit more pleasant to use, like I said in CD Home Lab, I think. What's in there? Lost and found. That means it didn't mount properly. So Kali, I don't know if it's just Linux or Kali. But they have a tendency to change my drive names. If you've watched some of my previous videos, you'll see that the drive that I mount is normally SDB1, but today Kali woke up and was like, yo, we want it to be SDA1. Typical? I don't know. It's just stuff like that I just don't understand. So Home Lab, and again, this is a breakthrough even for me. So if we look at vim rpc.py, rpcexec.py, I made a few changes while we were away. So I added some intent. I don't remember what I did, but I did something. So let's run the tool. rpcexec.py, and my credentials are hard coded. I made it a little bit prettier there. who I be. And I'm not getting anything this time. Oh, could not connect, no route to host. And I'm pretty sure that this is up. Clear, no route to host. IP the big. Yo, why would they? They told me about that. All right, so I set my server. I didn't set my server to have a dynamic or a static IP. So that's what we're dealing with here. I mean, it's fine. It just sucks. I'm gonna have to go back and do that. You know, sometimes when you're like rushing to set up something and you know you're doing wrong and you just do it anyway. That's one of those times, man. Know you wrong, but you just do it. 122. Know you're gonna face problems, but you're like, we'll I'll deal with it. But now I'm like, bro, I regret that because I'm gonna have to set up everything over 122. So I don't know who I be. And then I'm administrator and then take users. So I made the output a little bit prettier. So we're going to work on some cool stuff today. We're going to work on making this thing check like a LS or a DIR. We're going to try to do that. I have some notes I'm looking for. I always work with notes. I encourage everyone out there to sort by date. Okay, I don't see it. Oh, it's not in there anyway. I encourage everybody to start a YouTube channel or something where it's like people can put you on spot because it forces you to grow. Sort by date. Yo, I did not take the notes. Let's look at my. Oh, wow. I didn't take them. Okay, so this may be a little bit rocky. That sucks. All right. Exit. We'll go back into Vim. And so what I want to do is start. Well, first of all, let's do our try catch or try except in Python. So if I do like it doesn't know what that is, so it just kills it. So we don't want that. We want to, if we mess up, we don't want to kill the whole shell. So we need to do. This is game right here. Like people will charge you for a lot of this stuff. But I don't because I'm solid like that. Try. I really believe in try and try except print. And then we could do like CMD plus period. I think that's command not found. I think that's it. So when I go back in, this command not found. Command not found. So that's how you handle errors in any of your code, and always handle errors. Anything dealing with user input, the two biggest things with user input is input sanitation if you're building a web app or something like that, and then handling errors. They kind of go together in a way. But if you don't handle errors properly, you're just asking for trouble. So you never want to put anything out without handling errors. So exit. That's a huge milestone right there, even though that was super easy if you know about it. And I don't care if it's a script or not. You know, I don't care if it's like something you just made up. Like if you wanted to be reputable and respect it. Handle your errors. The next thing that we'll do is what's something that we can do like housekeeping wise. As you see, I changed the place where I'm doing all of the WMI stuff. I changed that to rpcexec.lib. That's going to change again because I'm going to strip all of that code that I'm not using out of that file. But originally that was WMI query.py. So just there's that. Yeah, I think my comments should tell you everything that I want to do. While true input, I want this to be the present working directory. That's one of the first things that I want to do. I'm thinking, I know there's another housekeeping thing that I need to do. I don't know. I'll think of it. Let us work on some commands though. So I was Googling. We can Google together. Because why not? And I noticed that I don't know if it was on this one or my Windows one. It was like sim data file was the class. So yeah, I think a lot of us know, we know Python, we know PowerShell. Why don't we know WMIC or WMI? So let me give you a little bit of history on WMI. When the people, I don't want to say Microsoft actually thought this, but a lot of people in the industry or in our realm thought that just because Microsoft got rid of WMIC, which is the interface to WMI, that hackers would stop using it. But what did they not do? Microsoft did not get rid of WMI as a language. So what does that mean? That means it's there. All you have to do is make your own interface. Essentially, that's what we're doing. And guess what? We're getting over. We're proving that Microsoft did nothing to stop WMI, which is a lot of times people, bash on Windows about their practices and what they do. This one is one of those legitimate ones. This is not like Windows Defender when I'm saying like, let me be quiet, man. Anyway, how do I get this out of my way? I don't want that. Select star. So that's not it. Why am I here? Forgiving where you are from what you stand to gain. Eyes know that if you hide, it doesn't go away. Something that does selects to get info. I don't care about that. So it says select star from sim directory where name equals. It says querying a folder, but I wonder if that means we're querying to see what's in it. So I'm learning just like everybody else. So that's what we'll try. So we'll copy that. I'm the worst at copying and pasting. Like seriously. Term A. So we want ls to that. So one thing about or WMI queries is it wants 2 backslashes. As we know, if we're a little bit savvy with Bash and Linux, this actually is 1 because you're escaping the other. You got to do 4 there. So this should, if we didn't screw anything up, query Windows, invalid query. So I do have a debug function in here, which you should always do. And if something is messing up like that, you just print it first to see if everything is being translated over. So let's try that again. So this is what's being ran, and then said invalid query, and I could tell instantly that it's forgetting a quote there. So we could just exit, go back into Vim, and then put a quote here, and it should work. Yeah, man, we built the shell, man. That's pretty awesome. We built the shell that's actually useful. Like, you know, people build stuff sometimes and it's like, well, you built it and that's dope. I'll get around to it. But this one actually has real world applicability. So, man, I don't care what y'all say, man. Care what y'all have to do or whatever the case. We got something back. Exit, but I don't think that's what we want. So it actually queries the folder as an object. And that's not what we want. And the syntax works. Let's go back. And I don't know what this is. Get out of my way. WMI code creator. What is that? Yo, I don't want to download anything. This actually does not sound like a bad thing to download. It's probably for another video. This is the last video I'm going to do about RPC exec. I'm trying to engage viewer interest here, and yeah, so I'm not trying to put out anything. Speaking of that, I have videos coming out today. So at 12 o'clock, Patreons get a video and the public gets a video. For I haven't completed the video just yet, but the Patreon, I was going to tell you the title of the video. It's blanking in my head right now. Really? Oh, so for Patreons, I'm going to dive deep into misinformation. And for the public, I'm going to do, I was going to do how to hide, how to not get caught. So that's coming. I think that's coming. I don't know. I got a lot of videos ready. I just try to strategically plan them depending on what people want, what people ask for. So maybe that's wrong. I just gotta see in my notes, but I just lost track of what we were doing. Oh, so I want to find a PowerShell command. I think it was like get sim instance, because I've learned how to decode these PowerShell commands into commands we could use. I know how to do it now. Get sim instance and then directory. I think. You see how hard this is to find, man? Processor, what is that? User account, don't care. What is this? Don't care. All right. Oh, very ugly website, bro. I don't mean to be hard on you, but man, I would not use that. It's just like when you're doing colors, man. Before you are pretty, make sure you're. You probably don't even want to know this, but if you ever build a YouTube or some kind of article, make sure the colors contrast first. Not contrast, complement each other first. Complementary colors first, and then once you do that, then you can be fancy. But if the colors don't complement, people's eyes will instantly go like, because the thing about it is, you every time you read something, you're burning calories. And if I don't know you, my brain is going to say, all right, how many calories do I need to waste on this guy that I don't know? So that's that. What's this? So I don't want to know the object. I don't think we're going to be able to do this. I think we are stuck. I'm not going to give up, obviously, but it seems like this would be like a files in directory. Oh, okay. Well, it says get child item. Let's start with a line of code and use 100,000 instance. Access the folder content, user constraint on path. Get sim instance. Okay, so we got something. So we have this. Get sim instance class, blah, blah, blah. But we can't use this because this is PowerShell. We need to convert it into WMI, which I'm telling you, like, instead of going for easy all the time, we go for hard, bro. We rather take the road less traveled, so that when it comes down to racking and stacking penetration testers, we're at the top. When I talk bad and dirty about penetration testers, I'm talking about the typical ones. I'm trying to make you the one that you don't talk noise about. I'm trying to make you the one that, what I've noticed about penetration testers is the best guys don't call themselves penetration testers. The best guys just don't. How many calories do you burn going down the hard road? I read a book on that, and they don't quantify the calories, but they do say, when you, as far as from what I read, they said, when you read something or when you listen to someone and they're rambling on, you're burning calories. As far as like, I don't know how you quantify that, but I do know the reason why I wake up at 5 a.m. and do this is because I haven't burned calories listening to things that don't help me. And I haven't burned calories on my phone, looking at stuff that doesn't help me. So I'm coming in with like the full gambit, but that's a good question. I would want to quantify that, or somebody to do some studies on that. That way it's like, okay, maybe I'm not feeling well. I don't feel like studying. Maybe it's what I eat, that gives me those calories back. But yeah, that's a good question. As far as down the hard road, we're going to figure this out though. Get sim instance. Class sim data file. PowerShell is good, but when it when PowerShell takes in other languages, it just makes it complicated. Like, why does it gotta be so complicated? So we'll do that. I made it smaller, so let me make it bigger again because I know I'm live streaming. I don't want to make it more difficult for my viewers here. And we'll go up to our ls command. So this didn't work for us. This considers the folder an object, and that's not what we want. Select. Is it sim data file from Win32 sim instance? I think that's how you do that. And what is this? No, let's go back. The class is sim data file. So get, let's go back. Select sim data file from, nope. From sim data file goes here. And then select would be, what? I think we're gonna do star first, and then it's gonna be a mess, but we'll figure it out. It's gonna be a total mess. Oh, never mind. Exit, and then we need to double quote this. I think before I put this tool out, what? Select star from sim data file. Oh, first of all, I'm not giving it a file. Let's get more into just sim data file. Sim. Yeah, all of this stuff. Just show me some example commands, man. There we go. Select star from sim data file, which I had it right. Where file name like. But I don't want to do star here. Where file name. So how do they have it in? Select star from sim data file. Where drive. Oh, I gotta do where drive is C and path is whatever. So let's go back. Exit. Stop playing with me. Whatever. Remember to guard your privacy. So select star from sim file, data file. And I'm supposed to do where drive. Damn, I gotta do single and double quotes. All right. So I already have him in. This is about to get weird. So instead of single and double quotes, I gotta do double and single quotes because of shenanigans. think. What? Man, I don't. Let's try that again. We'll select start from sim data file. We'll drive. Because I thought you had to have drive. Equals C. Then gotta have those around that. And path equals, then it's like that's, but it's Linux, so you gotta do 2 of those. Then let's look at this one. So that should query the C drive. So let's see if that works. Ooh, it did something. Oh, it actually worked. So we're good. So all we have to do now is find name. Where's name? This man ugly, yo. Let's modify file size, read the file type, blah 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 blah. File. There we go. So we just need to go back and type file. So select file. So now when we do ls word, so file, like start was good, but file's not good. Come on, man. Let's go back. Let's try caption. Select. Oh, there we go. Caption works. Yeah. So ls is semi working. But now what I want to do is I want to damn. Let me make sure I'm talking slowly so I don't screw this up. I want to control our working directory, meaning we start at a certain place, and then, you know, I think you get it. I think you get it. So exit, clear. I didn't want to do that. So yeah, if I complete this tool, this is what I'm going to use to get my root.txt from here on out on HackTheBox. I'm not using psexec or wmiexec. I'm using this because it works and it's mine, and no one's defending against this just yet. So I don't know. This is one of the most ambitious things I've done. The last thing even remotely close to this would probably, I don't know. I think starting a YouTube channel would be the only thing equivalent that I would say almost would be equivalent to this. Okay, so we need to take our current working directory and determine it. Like one of the first things that we determine. So current working directory equals, and it needs to be the user's name. Where do we normally land when we can get a shell? I should know this, but I don't know why I don't know this right now. 22 PAS is the PRD. 1, 2, 3, 4, bang. We normally land in, oh, well, they landed in C. Is that acceptable? Like, people accept that? I guess. Exit. Clear. So we'll keep it in C then. And say our current working directory is... I think this is where it's going to get crazy. So current working directory is C, but you might want to do that because right now, I guess my script won't be able to change drives, or maybe it will. We'll just say for now, drive equals C for now. And then when we want to change drives and do fancy stuff, we'll come back and do some stuff. But for now, this is the current working directory is /. So cmd, we can do input. And then we'll just do, I think we'll just do drive plus cwd plus one. No, we don't want. Oh yeah, we do want that. One of these. I think that's how you do that. And then so when we do rp exec.py, we're here. And then ls, bang. So I don't want caps in there because that's just like not helpful. So I'm just gonna go ahead and be lazy and just sed that out. And I gotta clean up this sed because it's mad lazy right here, but I don't know enough about Wimic right now to try to handle that. So S caption, boom, boom, G, boom. And what is that? Why is that there? What is this here? Oh, we need to end it with that. Bang. So yeah. So now when we do ls, we do that and exit. So far so good. Oh, I didn't want to do that. So far so good. Let's just put us a note up here in intent. I intend to allow the operator to switch drives if necessary. For now, then I do as of September 3, the operator cannot switch drives. I don't know. Yep. You can't switch drives now. So you're just gonna have to be hard coded into C. So if you land a shell on the box and for some reason the root drive is not C, I don't know what to tell you. Luckily, people don't change that in Windows, so it should be fine. So I think we made decent progress. Let's look at my notes here. I intend to create the equivalence of ipconfig and dir. So we can take dir off. No, we can't yet because we still have to. We want to say, let's look at let me look at something real quick. Because I gotta see if, okay, so I'm going to have to exit. Let's see if this works. Vim exit. If I can just like drive. No, I can't. because it would have. All right, let's not. I hope this doesn't confuse anybody, but I'm gonna do a underscore there because I'm using the word drive and it's not considering it a variable for some reason. I don't know why. But that's helpful. Yeah, you see that? You can't escape. I don't think you can escape for Python to where it would consider that. Oh, yo, I'm crazy. I didn't have to change that at all. It's early, man. I promise. Instead of doing it like that, we can just say drive and then close these quotes and then plus. Did I have a drive plus this and blah, blah, blah. So path, let's see if we're good. I didn't change it here. But yeah, I think doesn't like that. Exit. Where's the one that was working? I cleared it. So I think it wants to see literal quotes there. It wants to see one of these and then one of these. Exact. Yeah, so that works. Next, the next thing we need to do is go in here and keep doing that. We need to make sure that our current working directory is here. Path, boom, 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 plus CWD. Putting that here. I think this should work. Nope, it didn't like something about what I did. Rushing, man. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do that. And then plus that. And that should work. Yep, so exit. All right, so we got a working LS, but now let's say we want to LS like another directory or something like that. How do we do that? Well, we need to add a command. So we need, first of all, we want to, let's do, a CD. Although I think if you are in this field, you should be able to manage by being in one directory. So CD is going to be, oh, I can't do it like that because it's not a, it's a command, but it won't be in the command list. That makes sense. It's going to have to be an if statement because we're not doing anything with We're not doing anything with WMI queries. So if CMD, nope, it needs to be nested under not help. If CMD double equals to CD, how do you do arguments? I don't know how you do arguments here. I think I need to do if CMD. How do you do contains? There's a contains thing. So if CMD contains CD, that could get crazy though. Because if you like writing something and it just has CD in it, it might. So Python contains. I think we're gonna have to add a new import. Use it in something. So I would do if. Dang, I just forgot it that quick. Does that ever happen? Like that's how I know I'm getting old. If our string that we're looking for in CMD. So if CD space like that. I wish we could do regex there because I don't know, CD space in CMD. Then do something. Then do our thingy. So if CD space is in CMD, we're gonna have to do a split here. New working directory. Maybe I should spell that out. New working directory equals CMD splits. I think this should work. And then to debug it, we're going to print new working directory. I would have went with NWD, but then it's like, that's not really intuitive. I didn't want to do that. I don't know. My mind just goes like a million miles a second. A lot of times I have to just slow down. If you want a CD into C users, command I found, which is fine, but I didn't ask you to. RPC exec. So I didn't want you to do that. I said if CD this in command. Oh, dang. I know what happened. Command list comes before that, so it's not going to. This code might be confusing to somebody, so I'm gonna have to explain some stuff. So that's like, because people, like if somebody was like to pick up this code after the fact. Vim, man. As much as I use Vim, let's try yanking all of this. Why is it yanking it like that? All right, if CD space and CMD, and then if not in there, it's just gonna go ahead and yeah. And then I need to put some space there because things are starting to look ugly. And, all right, so this should work. CD. It still goes to, I'm gonna have to do another if statement. That's what I'm missing. I don't want to do an else here. Like, I really don't want to do an else statement. Like, I would do anything in the world to not do an else statement. I will go above and beyond. So here we go. If command not equals exit and CD not in CMD, then you run that. And I explained it yesterday, but I like to hear myself talk, so I'm gonna explain it again. If I do it else there, I'm doing two things wrong, in my opinion. First thing that I'm doing wrong is I'm not accounting for, why did that happen? I'm not accounting for all of the conditions, so that's bad. I don't know what could happen. Like I'm not taking a record of what could happen. And then secondly, it's not as readable to the next user. So even though if statements are a thing, just because they're a thing doesn't mean you have to use them. CDC users. Still command not found. So it's if CD and CMD it should not get to the command list. Oh, wait a minute. I think it's still, oh, I get what's going on. All of this has to fall under that if statement. Got it. So we can make that happen. Try print file except nope. This should work. Yep. So that works. So we haven't changed directories yet. We just need to know that that code logic executes. That's step one. The next thing that we need to do is we need to, yeah, that definitely worked. So the next thing that we need to do is, instead of printing the new working directory, we need to change our current working directory to CWD equals new working directory. I think the newer version of Python has case. I don't know which one I have. What do you do, Python version? I don't know. There's some way to. Yeah, I guess this is the new one. How do you use case though? Let me look. I've heard of that. Python case. Oh, case statements. Yeah. This is actually cleaner code, and I should be doing switch statements, if that's what you mean, instead of if statements. This is even cleaner. So the thing about switch statements in case is for people that's just joining in is if you do an if statement, it's actually harder on your processor. It's harder on your What am I trying to say here? It's harder it makes it slower. When you do a switch statement or a case statement, all of the logic, it gets hashed. So it's a lot more efficient. I don't know if I'm explaining that correctly. So let's just say if you have an if statement, if you say, if A is in sentence, then do a thing. So it takes A and then it looks for A in that sentence. So everything is literal by bytes. But when you case it, everything is hashed and done in more of an algorithmic method. I'm not an expert on it, but things are done a lot more efficiently when it comes to data and memory. So I think there's a hashing function that goes on, and case statements work a lot better. I'm not sure why I didn't think of that. We might go back and fix our code in another live stream, but yeah, that is definitely the way to go, especially with everything that we're doing here. Actually, you know what? I don't see why we couldn't just go ahead and change it to case, because this just makes a lot more sense. So instead of that, we need to do switch, and then our argument is CMD, right? Yep, CMD, and then we do that. I don't know why that didn't light up though. That should definitely not be that color. People up in my house. I might have to start live streaming a little bit earlier. Python doesn't have a specific syntax for a switch statement. What? I'm not trying to hear that. Switch argument, then you just do case. No, I'm gonna do it like that. I think it's like CMD W equals help. I'm a little bit weary of what's going on because switch should be a different color in Vim. I don't know why it's not. Discrete mathematics. And then there's a thing that goes here. Switch statements make a lot more sense. And it's a lot more readable. And then we'll just print test here. Just make sure we're working. I don't know what's going on. So maybe there is an import that I'm supposed to put in here. Sorry, you're right. It's a switch statement. Yeah, it's depending on your operating system, like stuff like that changes, like what you call them. But once it clicked in my head, I knew exactly what you were talking about. I don't understand though why. What would I have to do to import the ability to use switch? Or did I do anything wrong? Like maybe it's an uppercase S or something. I don't know. I'm looking on my other computer right now to see. it uses, oh, you have to define. It's kind of like so they did it as a dictionary. No, it's, yeah, Python is a little bit, so Python, according to what I'm reading, and I'm going to read another article, but according to what I'm reading, and it kind of still makes sense here, is they did their case statements as a dictionary. But I'm like, switch CMD, case one. Let's see if it's doing it like that. One. Oh, well, I don't know why that moved like that. Is that supposed to move? Invalid syntax. Maybe it is because it's Python 3 case. Yeah, I got Python 3. Oh, you might be talking about the user bin thing. No, because which Python, and then if I do Python version 3.10.4, so user bin Python goes to Python 3.10. Oh, so they call it match now, according to what I'm looking at. I don't know. That's weird. So you just type, and then there's no. So it's like match CMD, and none of that. Then, man, I'm learning some, like, this is good learning. Like, this is good stuff right here. I was waking up and I was like, why am I up? But this is a reason to wake up. Case one. No, we don't need one here. We don't need any of that. Okay, so it did both tests and it did both of my things, which is what we want. So I'm gonna move some stuff around, and we're gonna do a case statement or whatever Python is calling it now. So we'll just do that, move all of that. I want to put a thing here because since I didn't know it, I'm pretty sure a lot of other people won't know it. Match is Python 3.10's implementation of case statements. And then we'll do, can you do case not equals? Hold on. Let's just do this. Let's just take that out. I'm not sure why I even did it like that. CMD case exit. And then I do I have to do case other for the command list. But since I didn't want to do an else statement, I'm going to have to, because other is like an else statement. So I'm going to have to put a comment block above that to make it clean. Which is fine with me as long as you can clearly see what's going on here. So I'm willing to do a other. I'm not willing to do an else statement. I don't know. Go figure. I don't know. Case help, case exit. I need to put this under. Need to put this logic under case other. And I do if CMD, if CD, because I have to do some string breaking. No, I could do a case here. I could do a case here. Yeah, I could do it. Definitely do a case here. Case CD space and C. No, because I would have to do a wild card. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do an other here. Case oh, I'm deleting a lot of good stuff. Case other. And then I'll do my if statement. If CD and CD. And then we'll do that. And then we'll do if CD not in CMD. So the only reason why, again, if you're just joining, the only reason why I use the if statement there is I need to implement the in function. And I don't think case allows you to do that. Maybe it does, but we don't know. So that and invalid syntax. Something got bumped around or moved over. Let's back this up for a minute and see where I screwed this up. Not sure what you're talking about, bro. I didn't change anything down there. Let's just take that off for now. We'll deal with it. I really want to see how this case statement is going to work. So I don't really care about this set command end. Oh, just worry with that later. What? Oh, maybe something got bumped around or something. I don't know. Oh, I get what's going on. So this goes here. This goes here. This goes here. Like Python force, like this tab stuff, like sometimes it's good and sometimes it's just a pain. And then this should not. Oh yeah, that should go there actually. Still invalid syntax. And this aligns with, it should be in my other actually. So yeah, that's in my other now. Yep, we're good. So I have to make it big again because I'm blind. LS works. Who IB works. And then what did we do that was new? Oh, changing working directories. What? Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense at all. Let me see what we did there. CMD not in working directory ls. CMD equals new working directory. I don't know what happened there. CDC users. Okay, I think that one was right. CDC users. Yep. So that, I guess that didn't do the same thing, but then it's like, okay, well, let's debug it for a minute. So we're gonna have to print out some stuff. CD equals, no. Prints new working directory. And then it's like, okay, well, I think what's happening is I need to put the current directory outside of the while loop. CMWD equals, that way it can change. And then we'll just get rid of you. And then, yep. This should work. WQ bang. What happened? WQ bang. Did I put a WQ bang in my CWD is not defined? Oh, because I'm using this. RPC exec, CDC users. Oh, it works. Good. I know that's ugly there, but it works. So really all that matters. CDC users. I know that's like mad wrong, but if you do ls here, yeah, it works. It changes. So I just got to make it not crazy there. So I'm going to have to the input is going to have to be where it's like the user is going to have to be knowledgeable of my shell's weaknesses until I fix it. So when you change working directories, let me see. Print new working directory. Let's try one more time because I think I'm gonna have to do some string manipulation here. CDC users. Okay, why? It still changed, but it also tried to run a query. So we'll deal with that later. We're gonna have to split it at the. I know what I want to do already. What's going on here? We have to split it here. We have to split it twice. So we split the CMD and then we have to split it again. So we need to say new working directory. Actually, I don't have to do it like that. I could just say split again. Split C like that. And then I think it would be 0 in this case, right? Because you're splitting on. Yep. Let's try that. CDC users. Okay, it did not. Oh, because I'm gonna have to do two. The plot thickens. I'm gonna have to do a 2 lower or something like that. 2 lower. Uh-oh. Or maybe 2 upper, actually. But I thought 2 upper was a thing. Python 2 uppercase. Oh, it's just upper now. Okay. Changes. Upper. CDC users. It didn't change that time. Maybe this is 1. I don't know. CDC users. Yes, that works. And then LS here. And then CDC users administrator. And then LS here. Is there nothing there? CDC users I know something's on the desktop. So if I do LS here and I don't get it, I'm calling shenanigans. So yep. How is it CDC and then LS here? I'm good. But the minute I do CDC users, this is crazy. Why would it do that? Oh, I know why I would do that. We can change that later. But I know why it's doing that. It's because the way that I'm storing the memory there, I'm doing it in a weird way. Where are we at on time? 92 minutes. So we got about 8 more minutes of scripting. We've made headway today. So if you have joined for the first time, please smash the like button if you find this. Are you going to push this to GitHub? My bad, bro. I was locked in there. Am I going to push this to GitHub? That's a good question. I don't. Just being the threat hunter, I don't want to push it to GitHub, and I'll tell you why. So this, I feel like this is a dangerous tool because this is definitely going to hide because you're using pure Wimic, like 100% Wimic, and I don't know any threat hunters that could effectively hunt Wimic. I'm saying Wimic, WMI. So with that said, I want to make this tool accessible to like people that follow me and my subscribers and stuff like that. But I don't want like some jackass Googling and coming across this tool and then saying, oh, wow, I got a new idea and then fixing it up. Now, I know that's hypocritical because I'm on YouTube and I'm talking to the public. But I have suspicions that when people want to like do dirt against innocent people, they Google stuff on GitHub first and then say, wow, we can use this. Then they use it and then ABC. With all of that said, I do want to share this with you guys because I feel like y'all, like, especially you, Rodney, like you've been like helping with it. Like some of your input like made this tool what it is. So with that said, I'm thinking about either once this tool is stable enough, either putting it in a description or putting it in or just sending people links individually, or just making a private GitHub and allowing you guys in. But all my contributions to the world for GitHub, I want them to be defensive and not offensive, if that makes sense. Because again, yes, I practice at home in a penetration tester mindset, but I'm very weary about putting out attack tools. So if anybody wants this, just let me know, like as is, let me know and I'll send it to you personally, or I'll invite you to a private GitHub. But pushing this out public just so any asshole can Google it. Like I'm I'm cursing, my bad, but anybody can Google it. That is, I don't want to be GitHub famous for attack tools. I'd rather be GitHub famous for defensive tools. So yeah, that's that. So yeah, just let me know if you guys want it, and then I'll invite you to a private GitHub, and we can do it like that. I want to fix that. That is, I hate that, man. You don't understand. Like when I see that, and I'm pushing up the up key, now I'm pushing the down key. We're gonna fix that probably in the next live stream or something like that, just so that that's not doing that. I wanted to do one more thing before we get off, because I feel like we've made headway. So we're changing the current directory, but it seems like, let's go back. Seems like it's not really working. Like, okay, we'll fix that output later. So we should be able to do ls here. Let's just make sure something is in the users folder. So we'll go back here and then we'll open up our WMI exec, our very noisy WMI exec, which is why we're not using it. We want to be quiet, right? CD users. I don't need to do that. And then ls or dr or whatever. We do have stuff in there. I think it's not capable of, I don't think it's capable of seeing directories yet, but I think that's an easy fix. All right. So now with that being made, if we do ls now, still nothing. We get that. Maybe it doesn't. Oh, I think I know what it needs. I think when you do CDC users, I think it's like that. And then you do ls. No, that's not it either. Let's go back. CDC users and ls. That's frustrating. That's very frustrating, because that should work. Let me look at an example command here where path equals. Oh, I think I need quotes around. No, that's not it either. Path. Oh, there's single and double quotes there. Why? So there's single quotes. Let me try something real quick. CDC users. Or CDC quotes users. Yeah, I don't blame you at all. I don't blame you. Path. So all we did, I don't know, but I feel like we got a long way here. I think for now, if you can read you root.txt on the desktop, and you can do IP config, and you can do who am I. Those are the three things I feel like you need if you were like, let's say for whatever reason, I don't recommend it, but for whatever reason you wanted to use this on the OSCP, those are the three things you need once you get root or whatever the case, and you'd be fine. So this is I'm going to take a chill pill on this tool for now. I think we made a lot of headway, but I don't want to slow my growth down. I want to get back into, I want to finish up my deserialization thing and make a tool for that. So if you guys have just started watching me, I was working on deserialization because there's an insane box on HackTheBox called Perspective that I really, really want. And I was thinking, instead of looking for the serialization object, I would just run a script to give me all the objects, and then I have an automated way to test each of them. And so I don't have a box loaded up, but param hash. This was the version of the tool commander that I was running. Long story short, I would wanted to spit out everything and ask me the question, kind of like SQL map, probably call it like deserialization map or serial map or something like that. Something smooth, kind of like our RPC exec tool. And I feel like with the insane boxes, with a lot of these boxes, there is a lot of boring work that people don't want to do because you want to get right into the exciting stuff. And so that's why I always encourage people to make the tools. If you made tools to increase your productivity, then the insane boxes wouldn't seem so insane. The boring work wouldn't seem so daunting. So that's kind of the movement as unknown artists that we're making. So we're moving straight to the future. That's all I'm going to do for today. I'm off work today. It's a Saturday, obviously. So obviously, like, most people are off. So there are 2 videos coming out, one for Patreons and then one for everybody in the public. So that's what I'll be working on for the rest of the day. If you want to just like reach out for any reason, I'm available. My email is somewhere on my channel. If you comment, I'll answer because this is my life. And then any other way you want to get in touch. I got any questions from the group before we go? I don't know. I enjoyed this scripting section of our study with me's. I call them script with me's. It'll be making a comeback because at some point I do want to work on my tool again so that it's more better. It's better than this, right? I just can't get over the fact that this doesn't work. And I should be able to do an LS in users, but I can't. Let's try that. It's gonna probably get mad at me. Yep, invalid query. So it's gonna want both of the slashes and everything like that. But I think it's a pretty cool tool. So again, if you're just jumping in, I'm about to head out. So go back through the video. I talk a lot, so you're probably gonna be doing a lot of skipping, but that's fine because we're trying to learn, right? So I'm out. I hope you guys have a good day. Try to hack something, at least one thing, legally, obviously, but try to hack one thing today on some site so you can get better. I'm out.